Hello, geeks and geekettes, and welcome to another edition of the Geekstation podcast, where we talk movies, TV shows, games, and all things geeky. I'm Sin, and as always, I am joined by my good friends David and Martin. Say hello, David and Martin.
Hello, David and Martin.
You got it this time?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're getting better and better with that intro as well. I mean, this time I did write it down.
You had to say that because I was going to say it.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd get in there first. So, I think we got the mic set up properly.
Yes,
we got the ears working, except for David.
Two,
David. Well, we can't hear David, but David can hear us. Mm-hmm. So we'll just assume that David sounds okay, and if he doesn't, then oh well.
And sorry,
Sozza. But this hopefully should be the best so far. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping. Last week it was a bit disappointing. So thank you for listening all the way through. If you did last week,
if you did.
So we're here to talk about. We're going to be talking about Christopher Nolan films specifically this week, in honour of Dunkirk being released 2 weeks ago. I think it came out. I still haven't seen it. Shame on me.
Me either.
Shame on both of you.
Shame on both of us.
You're not patriots.
Apparently, it is very good.
It's very good.
Yeah, good.
We'll get to that.
We will get to that, and Martin will be our expert.
Yes.
So last week it was Cowboy Bebop. This week it will be Dunkirk.
What can't I do?
If you I don't know.
We're about to find out.
So as always, let's talk about the news. I've got lots of news. I've almost 2 pages of news this week. Although when I was looking through it, it wasn't very newsworthy. I was going through it and I'm like, is this worth talking about? But hey, let's talk about it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, this is more for me and David because I know you don't watch it. But can we talk about the Game of Thrones episode?
We sure can.
Holy fuck is all really I have to say. Like spoilers for Game of Thrones. If you haven't seen it, you're living under a rock. Martin, rather. I keep getting you guys mixed up this week.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know why.
That's last week as well.
And I was editing some YouTube videos as well, and I'm getting you mixed up in those as well. It's like you're the same person to me.
We even wore different clothes this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally you're wearing exactly
glasses,
the same. And
so.
Yeah, and David has a robotic arm. Oh, we haven't spoken about your robotic arm. Oh, there's so much to talk about. We'll come to that later.
Joy.
I've got. There's some Justice League news, and in the Justice League news, there's some cyborg news. So we can talk about you when we talk about the cyborg.
Going back to you.
That's right. Yeah. Brilliant. But anyway, Game of Thrones, was that not an awesome episode?
It was a really good episode.
So for educating you, Martin.
Yep.
So basically, this season of Game of Thrones, they've really stepped it up. Like the production values, the story, the intensity of the action is unparalleled, I think, anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the ending of this week's episode, the last 10 minutes, maybe a bit longer, a bit shorter, was basically a huge battle with a dragon. And it's the first time that we'd seen a dragon in action on the battlefield. I mean, you'd seen like dragons like attacking castles a little bit and a little bit of that, but you'd never really seen what a dragon could do to like a line of infantry. So there was this great moment where a couple of the main characters, they were like, "Oh, what's this?" And they like heard all these horses, like, you know, kind of like the rumbling of the ground. Yeah. And then you look and you see like this Dothraki horde coming over the hill, and you're like, "Oh, they're fucked." And then like 30 seconds later, you see the dragon coming over, and you're like, "Oh, you're so fucked." Yeah. And then like the dragon just sweeps down, and like it's a bit, you know that Braveheart, like where all the horses run into the line of infantry and pikemen, and all the horses are dying and stuff. You're like, shit, what's going to happen to the Dothraki horde? And then the dragon just comes in and just burns a hole through the infantry. So like all the horses can pour in, and there's people on fire running around wildly. It's like, and the fire is like, because I mean, in the books, the fire of a dragon is enough to melt stone. And in this, it's like within seconds, like the soldiers are turned to like burnt husks, and there's ash in the air, and it was just the most intense fight scene.
Yeah,
like
it just cremates them instantly.
Yeah, like look, boom, dead. Like if you get touched by that fire, you're fucked. And it was so good. So good.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Every single part of it.
And there's only 2 episodes left as well. Yeah, there's only
Is it a half series thing?
Well, what they've done is they've done this thing where they're splitting so normally it's 10 episodes, but they've split it into 6 and then 7, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
So this week's episode, tonight's episode is, or tomorrow's, depending on where you watch it, how you watch it, is the penultimate episode. But they've crammed so much into this series far. It feels like a full series, really. Mm-hmm. So it's good. I just thought it was intense. And all I wrote on my news was Game of Thrones, ! Because I just thought,
that sums it up.
So, did you guys watch Legion when it was on?
No, I've seen the first episode, but I haven't watched all of it yet.
Gosh. So, Legion is a kind of an X-Men spin-off type thing. It's about a mutant with, like, loads. He's, like, the most powerful mutant.
Isn't it Xavier's son?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so it's a TV show on Fox. The last series, they kind of hinted towards being in the X-Men universe, but not like they didn't really nail down any specifics. Whereas, so the showrunner of the show has said that the next season is gonna really start tying it in to the point where you might even see some classic X-Men costumes. So the yellow and the blue and the black and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite excited about.
That's cool.
Because we haven't seen that in any of the films yet.
Yeah.
Except for a little teaser at the end of the third Wolverine film when he kind of opens up. Have you seen that one?
Oh, I saw the screen grab of that one.
Yeah, when he sits on the plane and he gets past like this box and he opens it up and it's the classic Wolverine costume. You're like, oh god damn it, just put it on and
credits roll.
Yeah, that basically, yeah. And then the end credit scene for that led into Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see Xavier just turn up and you're like, wait, didn't he die in the last bit? Yeah. Anyway. Inhumans. So we've talked about the Inhumans trailers.
Yes.
We weren't all that impressed. If you remember, cast your minds back.
No, I remember. I remember not being impressed.
There you go. Good. Well, apparently the director wasn't that impressed with the first trailer either. So he didn't like it. The CGI wasn't finished apparently. So he wasn't very happy. However, they did a press briefing earlier in the week, which apparently, it got cut short. The guy that was leading it, who's head of Marvel TV, kind of refused to answer some questions that were given to by the press. It's basically like it's looking to be a complete disaster for Marvel.
Oh yeah, wow!
I've heard the reviews aren't good as well.
Yeah, well, it's just I think it's going to be Marvel's first kind of proper misstep. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just about okay, and it's got better as the seasons have gone on. But I think this is going to be this is what happens when you turn a film that was going to be a film into a TV show. I just think it's never going to work all that well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It comes out soon anyway. It comes out in September. But apparently that's what's going on. It's not going very well.
Yeah, I've heard the best part about it is a dog.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A dog.
Because he looks...
The teleporting dog.
Yeah,
the
giant teleporting dog. I mean, who doesn't want one of those?
I want one.
Yeah, exactly. Carl Urban... everyone loves Carl Urban, Lord of the Rings and Judge Dredd, is in talks, very, very early talks, to star in a new Judge Dredd TV show as Judge Dredd, which would just be absolutely awesome if that's true.
Yeah. The last movie that came out was very underrated.
The Stallone one?
No. The one with Carl Urban.
Yeah, when they're in the tower block.
No, I haven't seen that one.
What?
What? Is that the one that was literally just Dredd?
It's literally called Dredd.
Yeah.
Right, stop the podcast. Martin's going to go and see. No,
I'm watching Dredd.
You're watching Dredd. I can't believe you haven't seen Dredd. It's really good. It's like it's in this tower block, and it's basically like he starts off on the bottom floor, and he's got to work his way up to the top.
Okay.
Basically, like and it's like just there's two judges in it. I think there's him, and he's got a partner in it. I think, hasn't he? It's been a while since I saw it.
I saw it once a long time ago.
But but it would be really, really cool because it never got a sequel. But so it'd be really cool if they do this and bring it in. And I don't know.
It's a real slow burner with the audience though. Like, no one really ran to the cinema to watch it because they were like, whatever, I don't really care.
But
everyone that people are talking about it and everyone was like, oh, I should watch it. It's really good. It's it's a lot better than the last one.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from it. It's just everyone spoke about it after the fact, and obviously now people.
It's become like almost like a cult classic. Like it's that type of kind of
to a small extent,
yeah. So I'm quite excited about that. But he has stressed that it is literally just talks, really, really early talks.
He's got nothing else going on, has he? So.
No, he hasn't. No, because he's had a couple of TV shows that got cancelled. He was in this really cool cop drama, which was set in the future, and he had like an android partner. I can't remember what it was called, like Almost Human or something. I think it was really, really good. Cancelled after 12 episodes. So hey,
nice.
Oh well. X-Files, the new season. Did you guys watch the comeback of X-Files a couple of years ago?
Nope.
No.
Who am I doing this podcast
Dude, not
with?
90s.
Honestly. No, not 90s, but they brought it back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't sort of into the original in a big... I remember watching it, but I was too young to...
I tried getting myself ready for it. I watched like the first half of the first season. Like
a few the 1990s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a few weeks before... it was due to come out, like to get myself ready for it, and then I got like halfway through the first season, and then I completely just
I think I've tried to watch it a few times. Like I never watched the original series all the way through anyway, and it's the storyline's got really convoluted and stuff. But the point is that the X-Files season 2, which is coming out, I think early next year, there's not going to be any. There's only going to be 2 kind of mythology episodes. Everything else is going to be like Monster of the Week, Mulder and Scully investigating weird and paranormal
like how
stuff.
It used to be.
Exactly, rather than kind of drawing into like a huge kind of
overbearing arc that takes over.
Yeah. So they're going to round up. The last series ended in cliffhanger, but you guys don't know about. Let's move on. Jesus, honestly,
who am I doing this? Just tell me about it.
Who am I doing this bloody podcast with? Honestly, Disney wants to start its own streaming service. This shouldn't really be a surprise because everyone's at it.
Yeah.
But basically, they're going to pull all their movies from Netflix, and this could also potentially mean all the Pixar stuff, all the Marvel stuff, all the Star Wars films. Have them on their own unique streaming service.
That would make sense.
It would, but for us, the consumer...
Yeah.
This is what's really annoying, right? Because I don't have like Sky TV or anything like that. Because I don't want to spend, 40, 50, 60 quid to get, a bunch of channels I'm never going to watch.
Yeah.
So I bought, I've got Now TV, I've got Amazon Prime, I've got Netflix. So I've got the smaller streaming services. So I don't have to then spend a lot. That only comes to like 15, 20 quid a month or something stupid like that. But I don't want everyone that makes TV shows and movies to start their own service, and then I have to spend 60 quid because there's a really good selection. Like there's certain TV programs I watch on Amazon, certain TV programs I watch on Netflix, and Now TV. And I don't want to have to then spend more money because they've taken content away from something that's already working.
Yeah.
Like, I get they want to make money, but
I understand that, like, if you're a big corporation like Disney, that you don't necessarily want all your stuff on Netflix. I get that, but can't we just everything be on Netflix?
Yeah.
Like can't they just can't like all these big corporations just come together in one big happy family and just love each other?
That's just the sentence that just does not work.
No,
it's
like I want it to. That would be brilliant if it did.
Yeah.
But then again, it's still
because the thing is, like with Netflix wanting to move away from or moving towards more original content, what's going to happen is Disney's going to have one, Universal's going to have one, Fox is going to have one, Netflix is going to be
anyone
Netflix
who's got
stuff.
any decent IP is just going to be like, well, if you want it, it's on my streaming service.
Then you've got all the Amazon stuff, and there's like most of the stuff on Amazon is a bit pants, but then there's some good stuff, so they're going to have their own. Then you've got Hulu, which we can't even get, I don't think, in this country anyway.
No.
So it's annoying. It's really
I don't want
to
spend like 20 quid on several different services and different apps to install on all of my things.
See, this is the thing. But as David said, it's not going to be 20 quid. It's going to end up being 50, 60, 70 quid, and then you may as well get, for in England, you may as well get a Virgin box or a Sky box and just watch it on TV.
Yeah, exactly. Because they cost like £7 each a month, and I've got 3 of them at the moment.
It just really grinded my gears when I read that. I have to say,
I could hear it.
I
live down the road and I could hear you.
Yeah, well, you could just hear them grinding. What else we got next? Oh gosh, yeah. The CEO of Lionsgate Productions wants to make not only more Twilight films, but more Hunger Game films.
Hallelujah.
Set in the same universe. Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
I know. Doesn't that just tickle your jollies? Or
there's not even enough books to do Twilight or the Hunger Games.
No, this is it. They want to
just want to do like a cinematic universe. Yeah. Oh god, just sit down and stop talking.
I'm quite proud that I haven't seen any of the Twilight films. Not a single one. Not even 5 minutes.
They're actually pretty funny. I've seen the first Twilight film and it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Can you please leave?
It's pretty hilarious, dude. He drives a Volvo, and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's fucking cool. He drives a Volvo." I was like 15 at the time when it came out.
Hold on, stop. If you don't, you're not cool if you drive a Volvo?
You're not cool.
Oh.
Well, you're not like fucking ancient vampire cool, like who drives a Volvo, right? Like he's like, it was like product placement or whatever the fuck, but no, it was a terrible film, but it's great to laugh at, like a good
You're making
film.
a bad movie when Volvo were the highest bidder to get
Yeah.
It's like Kia not here, Ferrari not here.
And
no,
the thing
Volvo,
is, the Hunger Game films, they were just... the first one was all right. Have you guys read the books?
No.
So the books are really good. I binged the book, all 3 books in like a weekend, because they're really good. They're really readable. They're really page-turning.
Yeah, my wife did that as well, Jess.
Yeah.
She'd read them all really quickly.
They're really good. But then the films, they just, I don't know, they murdered the books. They had all the content in there. It was just the way it was executed was just, I don't know. And the thought of having more of them just,
Yeah, because they're young adult novels, aren't they? So
yes, they are.
I've heard, because I haven't read the books myself, but I've heard the books are a lot more brutal than the movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
I
can't remember the names, but the kid that is in love with Katniss, like he loses a leg and then goes blind in one eye and deaf in one ear or something like that.
And
something blows up next to him.
And there's quite detailed descriptions of how the kids during the Hunger Games actually get hurt and killed. And
but in the movie, he just kind of like fell over.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And you never really see any of the deaths properly either. I don't know.
It's scream off screen.
We got a real thing about franchise films at the moment, and like if you're not making a franchise film, it's not worth it. And they're not going away anytime soon. Like we're losing a lot of original. Like just go and convert another book. Just go and grab another book and convert that. Just don't.
Well, they're just going to make another franchise.
And they got to start a new IP.
Yeah, but that would be fine.
It costs more money for them to start a new IP than it does to just
I suppose
spiel out shit that they know someone's going to watch.
It's like the Harry Potter thing. We now got another 5 Harry Potter films coming, or
Fantastic
4 more
Beast
now.
ones.
Exactly,
yeah.
And it's just like I get it, but stop. Anyway, I don't know. This is coming from the Marvel fanboy, so I can't really talk. Okay, yeah. So Justice League news. So there was a screenshot. I did have it up, but I can't bring it up now because I restarted my PC before we started recording. But Batman in the film has a plane big enough. It's a 3-story plane. The cargo hold of the plane is large enough to hold 3 Batmobiles. It has like what they're calling a cultural deck with like loads of computers and investigation stuff, and then it's got like living quarters. So basically, it's like going to be a mobile Justice League base.
It's the Shield helicarrier junior.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like a helicarrier,
but it's just how more absurd can these fucking films get? Like I just do not want to watch this film.
It also depends on what universe you're going from for how big the Batmobile is, because if you're going from Batman Forever, that's like what. The length of like 6 buses.
It's the Batmobile. I'm presuming it's the Batmobile from BVS, which is like a cross between kind of the Tumbler and the classic Batmobile. I mean, it's huge. It's a tank with rockets and stuff to kill people.
I mean, it would have to be big to get Ben Affleck's shoulders in it.
So. Oh boy,
yeah, he's a big guy in those films. He looks good.
Yeah.
I think Ben Affleck.
I thought it was really
like
funny because what's that movie where he's in and like his wife pretends to kill herself or pretends to get kidnapped or something.
Oh,
Gone Girl. That was it, in the because that movie was shot as he was preparing to be Batman. So progressively through the movie, he's just like henched up,
getting
or he's
bigger,
just a little bit smaller, or he's like henched up. Yeah,
interesting. No, I mean, I think Ben Affleck's a good Batman. I just think he's just the wrong person to be. He doesn't want to do it anymore anyway.
No, he's got the wrong people directing him.
Yeah,
possibly.
I think the whole production,
but then he backed out of directing it himself.
No, he didn't back out. He got pushed out.
Well,
let's be honest.
We don't know, do we? I mean, there's just the whole franchise, the whole DC cinematic universe is a complete mess. Which moves me on to my next point about Justice League, which is Joe Morton, who's the guy who plays Cyborg's father in Justice League. He's
that's my dad.
It's your dad.
It is you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Apparently, the reshoots have made Cyborg's character funnier, which we kind of knew anyway, but that's just confirming it. And we've seen the
little
trailer.
less robotic.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hey. He's
This
pointing
has
with
been the
fingers.
podcast. This has been the Geekstation. Thank you very much for tuning in. But yeah,
Have we peaked already?
yeah.
For the second time.
I think we peaked like on our second episode, didn't we? No.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Apparently, and this is kind of confirming what we already knew anyway. Like Josh Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Josh, did I say? Well, I don't know. Whatever.
You said Josh Whedon.
Whedon.
Weed like
it's
the flower,
I'm
not
shaking,
wed
but it's
like the
yeah, but it's,
ceremony.
Anyway, We know that he's come in. We spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
He has come in. He's obviously reshooting it. He's obviously making it lighter. But it's whether it's from the studio, from the top down that this is coming from, or whether it's just him coming in to saying, no, guys, we need to make a funnier movie. Either way, they're reshooting it, and that's confirmation that they are putting more jokes into it. Better jokes, hopefully.
So I thought Flash was the Joker, but...
I think they're all going to be cracking jokes left, right, and centre.
They're going to make it so light that it's completely.
Because there's that bit in the trailer where Aquaman, Jason Momoa, comes out of the boat, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, Batman, like the bat, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's just like this. I think there's going to be a lot of quips, a lot of quips. Cool quips.
Quips. This is the second Family Guy reference you've made today.
Is it?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm here all week.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. He's got glasses.
He's got specs. I can see how
I can't even recognise you. Sorry, who are you?
Martin.
Martin. And you're David.
Yes.
You can't see me, but I'm pointing at the
wrong person.
Yeah.
That joke didn't work, did it? No, not on a podcast. Filming has officially begun on Avengers 4, which is obviously the one after Infinity War. Because they're filming them back to back.
Then Infinity War Part 2 then.
No, it's not called Infinity War Part 2.
So this is the thing. So it was originally, they were going to split the story into two. But then they've done some, I don't know, they've changed it around and they haven't released the title of Avengers 4 yet.
Someone did say something though, didn't they?
Well,
Who was it?
This is
so
the story.
Was it Gamora that said it?
No. Potentially it's going to be Secret War.
That was
Secret Invasion, sorry. Based on, because basically, so they've revealed at Comic-Con that Captain Marvel, which is coming out, I think next year or the year after anyway, set in the 90s. Going to be Nick Fury there. Tell the story of how Nick Fury lost his eye, and it's all about the Skrull. I think it's the Skrull.
The Skrulls.
Skrill.
That's the Secret Invasion
so
thing.
Bad. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And they can
shapeshift.
And so the story is what they think it's going to be is that it's going to be Secret Invasion, and then one of the Avengers, or possibly even Nick Fury himself, is actually a Skrull.
Oh, and then it was Secret Invasion.
Yeah, but that's why they can't release the title. Who knows?
But no, someone said in an interview, didn't they, that not who was actually going to be the double agent as such, but they actually said the name of it because they were like, oh yeah, we're recording this, we've just finished recording this, and we're all getting together again for Secret Wars. And they said it in an interview, which is why I think this is starting to come out.
There we go. Well, they're going to release it at some point, I'm sure. But so, I mean, that's quite exciting. I'm quite looking forward to it. And the fact is that they're filming them back to back, so it's good for continuity. It's the Russo brothers again, so they did Captain America 2 and 3. Yeah, both of them.
Cool.
They're just good at filmmakers.
Yeah, really
good.
I don't know off the top of my head anything else they've ever done.
I did know this. They've done a really cool. Hang on. We let ourselves down sometimes, don't we? We really do.
No. I'm sure I can remember it.
Yeah. So while you're trying to remember it, let me move on.
Yeah, you do that. I'll just shout some. Shout some movies out.
That's it. Yeah. So some James Cameron news.
Oh, my favourite news.
Yeah, there you go. So they haven't quite started filming the Avatar sequels yet, but he has confirmed
that's happening.
Yeah, 4 more.
God.
But where have you been? You're on a podcast called the Geekstation.
Trying to fucking ignore James Cameron and his bullshit unsuccessfely.
So basically, they're doing 4 Avenger sequels, and
Avengers.
Avatar.
It begins with this. It begins with the first 2 letters. All right, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. 4 Avatar sequels: 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024. I think so. They've got weird release dates.
Yep.
But he has confirmed that the villain in all 4 sequels is the same villain,
Stephen Lang,
from the first film. Yeah. This is the guy that got shot twice in the chest.
Yeah.
And died.
He pulled out a massive knife though as well.
Yeah.
When he was in the mech suit.
Yeah. It's like, call that a knife? So I don't know what he's doing with these films. No one knows what he's doing with these films. Do we really care? I'm not all that bothered.
As long as it's in 3D.
Well, it will probably be in
then brilliant.
6D,
I was going to say 4D.
Yeah, 4D. It's going to be in, knowing James Cameron, it's going to be in, I don't know, something Cameron D. That's what
Cameron
it's going to be.
CD.
But yeah, Avatar sequels, I'm really not interested.
I can't, at the moment,
it's too long.
It is, and I don't know.
I don't want to watch Pocahontas again.
No. But
it's not Pocahontas though. If you're going to say anything, say, I don't want to watch
Dances with Wolves.
No, because it's Fern Gully.
It's Fern Gully. It is.
Okay.
It's exactly the same storyline as Fern Gully. It's not the same storyline as Pocahontas.
Classic. Fern Gully is a classic.
But yeah, 21 episodes of Community.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Community
shit.
is the
Agent Carter.
We're talking Russo brothers here.
Yeah.
Oh, did they do Agent Carter?
Yeah, they did an episode of Agent Carter.
Oh, just one episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
one of them did. Yumi and Dupree.
Yumi and Dupree. That was the one I was.
10
thinking
episodes
of.
of Arrested Development.
Cool.
And a bunch of other stuff as well.
Didn't they develop Arrested Development? Weren't they like solely responsible for Arrested Development?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they are. I could be wrong. I know I have a listener. I have one of my friends that listens to the podcast, and right now she is screaming.
I don't think it was some brothers that were responsible. I've got a name in my head, but it's not two people.
I don't know. But they recently
tweeted.
But they recently tweeted that they've started work on the next season of Arrested Development.
Weren't they going to do a film or something?
They were, but now I think they're just doing another Netflix series. I think that's what I got told anyway. I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm only doing a podcast called the Geekstation.
It's ironic.
Other James Cameron news. He obviously he's getting the Terminator franchise rights back September October time. And yeah, so basically he wants to do another film, at least maybe another trilogy, at the same time as doing the Avatar sequels. Oh my gosh. But what he wants to do is he wants to investigate, at least in one of the films, why it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why is it him, as in his body? So did they take the DNA from a guy? Did they clone somebody? Was he a technician that was working on it? Was he a soldier? He wants to, because apparently it's a mystery that everybody's been wanting.
Everyone's burning to know.
Yeah, I want it to be really meta, and they actually base it on.
It is actually
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
It's the governor of California from 2013 or something.
Yeah, like what is it? Cyber. What's it called again?
Cyberdyne,
yeah.
Yeah, it's Skynet.
Yeah, I just want.
What's
I want this. I don't know. I think I might have
That's
made
a
that
different
up.
franchise.
Yeah,
Skynet. I don't know.
I want the guy the CEO of Skynet to be like massively into Mr. Universe contest.
Sure.
And they just like do a little flashback of him in his office, and there's just pictures of Arnie all over the wall, and he's just got like a projector showing like Arnie just flexing.
That would be.
That's the guy.
Weird. Yeah. But then hey, it's James Cameron, so there's. Nothing's off the table.
That would be better than anything he has currently planned for it.
Yeah, literally. That's the James Cameron news. Did you guys watch the Hannibal series when it was?
The one with the Mads Mikkelsen.
That's right, with Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah. Did you watch it?
No,
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god! Just.
Dude, I'm a movie guy. You're the TV guy.
Yeah, okay,
right?
That's
and
true.
Martin's the cartoon guy.
I'm the
That's true. The cartoon guy. We call it
Barely
anime in the biz.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is called anime. You don't have to do
I did
quotations.
the games, you guys. Come on.
Yeah, but anyway. So Hannibal. So basically, it got cancelled by, I think it was on CBS. But they retained the rights and have done for the last 2 years.
Haven't people been like fighting to get this program back as well?
But CBS were like, nope, we're not doing it. Absolutely none. But then basically, again, it's a bit like the James Cameron situation. The rights literally this month have reverted back to Brian Fuller, who created the show. And he tweeted, yep, we've started thinking about season 4 now.
Okay.
So really, really good.
I've only ever heard good things about the program.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard good things.
It's really good. It's very stylized.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got a very. It's not kind of your just sit back and watch your normal TV show. It's got its own unique style and soundtrack and the way it's cut together is very unique. It's unlike any other show I think I've seen. It's really, I would highly recommend it. 3 seasons. They're really, really good.
It's got nothing to do with Silence of the Lambs or anything.
No. So what they do is it's more influenced.
Is it still cannibals though? Or is
it's Hannibal and being Hannibal, and you see him being Hannibal before. It's basically what they do is they think of all the films that have been released. Mm-hmm. It kind of tells the story of all of those films, switches the timelines round a bit. Like you see, like Gary Oldman's character, I can't remember his name, but he's in it.
Mm-hmm. But the mirror dude. Yeah,
that's the guy who has his. But you actually see, like in the film, it's alluded to what Hannibal does to him, but then you actually see him doing it. Hannibal actually doing it to him in like season 2 and stuff, and it's really good. It's really, really good.
How many seasons are there?
3.
Okay.
And they're all
10, 15 episodes each?
12 to 15 episodes each, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
So they're quite intense. Gillian Anderson's in it as well. Gillian Anderson.
Could be either.
Yeah, could be either. I think she's English, so what would that be?
Yeah.
Gillian,
I guess.
Yeah.
Steve.
But no, it's really very good. They're definitely worth watching. What else have I got here? Oh yeah, Rick and Morty fans. I know that you're not a massive Rick and Morty fan.
I watched Pickle Rick.
Rick and Morty fan?
Pickle Rick. Oh, we love Pickle Rick.
That was such a good episode. That was one of the best episodes ever. But,
to be honest with you, I did actually enjoy watching that episode.
Yeah, it was good. But if you remember back to the first episode of this season with the Szechuan sauce.
That's a real thing now.
They've like recreated like 2 liters of something like that.
Yeah, so they did that and they gave away 4 bottles of it. One got sent to Dan Harmon because, that's what he wanted. And 4 other bottles got given away by, presumably, McDonald's. If you had to tweet during the episode's airing or something like that. 1 bottle just sold on eBay. Would you care to think about how much it got sold for?
12 grand.
250,000.
No, it's not going to be that much.
Whoa! I mean, David was closer. $15,500.
Oh wow!
So £12,500.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, actually, today's exchange rate about £100. But
right.
Actually, yeah,
no, it'd be the other way around. It would be like £100,000.
Actually, I tried to get all political and I failed miserably. Well, bully me.
Sounds like Trump.
So I'm right.
But it's even worse than that. Half a bottle is currently being sold because presumably the guy that bought it was like, "There's only so much Szechuan sauce you can have." Half a bottle is currently on eBay for like $9,000. And there's one guy selling his Szechuan sauce, except he said that it could also just be a box of sand. And that's currently up to like $13,000.
Schrodinger's Szechuan sauce then.
That's it. You don't actually know whether it's in there until, it could both be there and not be there at the same time.
Or it could be both. Or it could be Szechuan sauce ruined by sand.
It could be.
That would be probably the worst outcome.
Sand ruined by Szechuan sauce. Depending on what you like to eat more, Szechuan sauce or sand.
Well, sand every time, surely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go. So
good crunch.
Yeah, that's some interesting stuff. And then my last thing is just a couple of Last Jedi bits of news. Nothing too exciting. But the film apparently is going to go quite a lot into Rey's background, which is kind of obvious. It's kind of like she's the main character. We're going to start delving in, maybe discover who her parents are, perhaps, something like that. Apparently, Han Solo's death is going to be like vitally important.
Wait, he died?
Spoilers for Force Awakens 2015.
Yeah, exactly. Get over yourself. But apparently, it's going to be going to really. That's going to be a major kind of like, this is going to affect all the characters and how they act and move forward.
Okay.
Gwendolyn Christie's character, Captain Phasma. Apparently is going to be more fleshed out. So, i.e., she's going to be in more than like 2 scenes.
Turns out she's actually Captain Cody.
Yeah, or something. Yeah,
like
that would be weird.
Everyone was like really looking forward to.
I'll tell you about that. Yeah,
everyone was really looking forward to her being in.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. Yeah. Everyone's really looking forward to it, and she was in it for like, I don't know, 7 minutes, and then got put in the bin.
Like 2 scenes, and there's a joke.
But you don't even find out if she got out of the bin.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Like, well, presumably, apparently there's a book coming out. I think in September, which tells her story. So a bit of background and stuff, but I don't know. It would be quite cool to see that anyway in the film.
All right, Martin, guess the name of the book.
The name of the book.
I don't know the name of the book, but just make out the name of the book. It has to be play on the name Phasma.
My Phasmatastic story.
There we go.
I like that.
Sold it.
Yeah. Copyright.
Yeah.
The Geekstation.
Let's go.
Martin Rudd. The 13th of August 2017.
I got 2 trademarks under my belt now.
Yeah, you have. What was the other one?
The Alphabet film.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
The summer blockbuster of 2018.
As soon as we raise enough money, maybe we should start Kickstarter.
We need to register those.
Buy the rights. I'm going back to ancient Greece to buy the rights to the alphabet. Sign it over. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure some corporation owns it.
Yeah.
If they don't, God damn it, we will be that corporation.
We will.
Alphabet soup.
But yeah, speaking about Captain Cody, so he's obviously turned up in the Rebel TV
Star
show.
Wars Rebels, yeah.
And I think the showrunner of Rebels, or the old showrunner of the Clone Wars, which I think is also one of the showrunners, or at least he's directed a few episodes of Rebels, has confirmed that Cody was at the Battle of Endor.
Oh,
which I just think is just. I mean, that's just
cool.
Awesome. That's just a nice little bit of.
He gets killed by an Ewok.
Yeah, so Captain Cody, you haven't seen the Clone Wars, so.
I was shaking my head then.
Yeah. So in the Clone Wars TV show, they have to obviously give the clones some unique personality. Because otherwise, you just So one of them is Cody, and who's actually in the third.
He's in the third film. He's like got an orange stripe down his helmet.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
Him and Obi-Wan and Skywalker they go off around the universe, saving the galaxy, basically. And his character turned up in the Rebels TV show, which was a really cool moment. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Cody! Oh my gosh! And so now he's confirmed that he actually, became part of the Rebel Alliance, and now then fought at the Battle of Endor, which I just think
he did. So he was a clone, though, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
but he just suddenly developed his own. I don't know.
No, because they all had their own unique personality anyway.
Yeah.
I see. He didn't. Oh yeah, no. Somehow he broke Order 66.
Yeah.
Which I think is actually. I think there's a little story, a novel or a comic about how he did break. Because there's lore where some of the clone soldiers managed to not kill Jedi.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know which one.
Huh. In my mind, for some reason, he's the one who kills Ki Adi-Mundi in that whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
but
maybe.
Might just be another clone.
Because when Order 66 comes through, he's on the same planet as
Obi-Wan.
As Obi-Wan, isn't he?
Yeah.
He does give the order, doesn't he? I don't know. But anyway.
Don't know.
It's Star Wars. They keep.
I don't know.
You don't know at all, do you? No. Anyway. So yeah, that's all the news. Does anyone else have any other news to add? Any other exciting stuff that's been happening?
What happened this week? Trump went off. It's not really Geekstation.
It's not really Geekstation stuff. But let's not get too deep about like the world.
I just want to say my piece that it was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Jesus, that's bleak.
Nuclear fallout is coming.
Holy right.
Final episode. Let's make it a good one, you guys.
We'll be fine in Sheffield.
Sheffield, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want anyone to know we're actually in Bournemouth.
No.
So they're not
totally,
going to try and aim for us.
Wow. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to our main feature of today, and that is all films Nolan, Christopher Nolan, and mainly Christopher Nolan and his brother Jonathan Nolan, because he pretty much writes or co-writes most of the films. But Christopher Nolan. In himself, the director, producer, writer. Let's talk about his films.
Martin,
they're pretty. Yeah, Martin, go.
Let's go from the most recent.
So we could go
in there.
We could start at the front. We could work our way back.
Give me a list of all his films.
Okay, so the main ones, the ones that aren't made on a shoestring student budget, that kind of
a student budget at the age of like 40.
Yeah, well, no, because he there's a few films that he made, a few short films and stuff that he made beforehand. So major cinematic releases, shall we say? So we started with Memento, then we had Insomnia. Batman Begins, The Prestige, The Dark Knight, Inception, The Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar, and then Dunkirk being the most recent. So I don't know how you guys want to. I mean, I would imagine that we're probably going to end up spending most of our time speaking about the Dark Knight trilogy because it's awesome. But have you guys seen Memento?
Yep.
Is that the one where it's like weird and animated or something?
No.
So that's a Scanner Darkly.
Yeah,
different person, different movie.
Yeah, it's Guy Pearce, and it's where the film is basically in reverse.
Oh, okay.
So Guy Pearce's character suffers a brain injury where he can't make any new long-term memories. By the way, spoilers for every Christopher Nolan film released ever, except for Dunkirk. Spoil that film for me. Yeah. I do not want to know what happens at the end of that, all right?
Yeah.
I'll hit you with my robot. To know.
You don't want to...
Okay?
Oh, you guys.
And basically, and to kind of put that across so the audience understands it, the whole film is shot in reverse. And it's really good. I mean, it's really...
Oh, yeah.
Good bit of cinematography as well. And you think, it's not going to work, but after I don't know, after the time jumps a couple of times, you're like, oh, okay, I'm with this. I see what's going on now.
So does it go it goes chronological from a point and then winds back before then, and then chronological?
Yeah, so it's basically each scene. So you see the last scene first, and then the scene before that. So it doesn't not actually playing in reverse.
Yeah, that would not work at all.
So the beginning of each scene, except for the first one, is the end of the scene before it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's right, isn't it? The beginning of each scene is that's right. Yeah, it's really, really good. And I watched this back when we had DVDs. I mean, Christ,
we still have them.
We still have them, yeah, but I don't own a DVD player. I've got nothing that can play a DVD.
I was about to say I've got over 300 until you said DVD player.
Like, I've got 300 DVD players. Wow. Your electricity bill, man. Right. Do you just like watch 300?
I don't have
DVDs?
300 plug sockets though.
Oh right, no, or 300 TVs for that matter. No, you just like
250
play on. Anyway, that was a weird tangent. I used to, so I had it on DVD, and I had like the special director's edition and stuff like that.
Is that the one that had the little section, the little secret button you could press and it would actually play the movie?
Well, it was just an option from the main menu. But okay. Or maybe it was hidden. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like, 2002, 2003, so it was a long time ago. But yeah, you could watch the film in the proper way, whatever. And it worked both ways, which is just so cool. And it's just a sign of how well...
Well, I mean, he would have had to make it that way first and then...
Well, yeah, presumably, yeah. But, I mean, but I just think that's amazing because you could have cut it. I don't know. It just worked both ways, which I just thought was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So that's Memento. I thought it was a very good film. You should watch it.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that film.
So I heard a lot about Insomnia. Have you guys seen Insomnia?
No.
So I actually watched it yesterday because I was like, it's pretty much the only Nolan film. It is the only Nolan film I haven't seen. Sorry.
Do you fall asleep through it?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't fall asleep through it.
Couldn't.
I did have it on. I did have it on in the background. Sorry. Yeah, I just got it. Insomnia.
There we go.
Sure. I had it on in the background while I was editing some videos for the YouTubes. And it was just, it wasn't that it was bad, and it was nice to see Robin Williams because I haven't seen a performance of his in literally years, and it was during this phase when he was doing like.
Has he got anything new coming out?
I don't think so. No, too soon, man.
I feel so bad because I love that guy.
Soon.
Yeah, here's one person.
Wow.
I
can't believe you just did that.
Can't believe you're that guy right now.
I've reached the limit. I know where I need to go and where to stop now.
That's right.
Fine.
Hit the wall.
Excellent.
Yeah, know the boundaries.
See that line? Yeah, turn around, walk back towards it. Okay.
Robin Williams is the line.
But the thing is, it wasn't. He didn't write the script, even though he did actually write the final script, but he's not credited for it. Didn't write the final version. But it's not your classic Nolan film. You know, it's not that he doesn't play with time. There's no like weird twist or anything like that. Although there kind of is, but it's not. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's not. It's more of just a standard kind of police kind of thriller, if you like. Mm-hmm. There's a cop. He's chasing a bad guy. You know, there's a few twists and turns along the way, but nothing like, oh my gosh. Like it was just.
Was it set in Alaska? Is that what?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, set in Alaska, and it's
during the time of year where it's like light for 6 months.
Yeah, so Al Pacino's character just can't sleep.
It's like the opposite of 30 Days of Night.
Basically, except minus the vampires.
Well, yeah, the opposite.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a good film and definitely worth watching. It's kind of a good, I suppose, hangover movie if you like. But I was expecting to be blown away by it because I have been by every other Nolan film.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I mean, you expect a certain sort of level of. Yeah. Craziness from
you do. That's what I mean. But it was still worth watching. But I just didn't think,
I haven't seen it in I don't know, maybe like 9 years.
Oh, so you have seen it?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just been a long time.
It wasn't. It was a very forgettable film. Let's put it that way. And it was a bit disappointing.
Like I said, when I watched it, I think I watched it in the background when I was doing something else as well. So
there you go. Batman Begins. So I actually watched Batman Begins. I started watching it last night. I finished watching it today. Actually, I've still got 7 minutes left, but
I turned up early,
so I can actually watch the end of it.
Sorry for being early bird.
I still don't know what happens now. I mean, let's just Batman take this moment. Let's just talk about the Dark Knight trilogy because we'll merge them all into one big conversation. Yeah. Martin, thoughts?
It's great.
Cool. All right, move on.
There you go. That's all you really need to know. I haven't seen Begins
today, Martin. Wow.
But I've seen Rises and
you haven't seen
Dark Knight. You
haven't seen Begins?
No.
How did you start then?
I just watched from The Dark Knight.
When I invited you to join,
you didn't know what you're in
podcast, for. He's a cartoon guy.
I'm not a cartoon guy.
Like I mean, tell me about this.
Nice little tidbit about Batman Begins. Obviously,
please.
Well, we're just going to move on from Martin, and we'll just pretend he's not here.
That's right.
So obviously, it started shooting about 6 months after Christian Bale finished shooting Machinist.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
And obviously he only has 6 months to go from, weighing about half a kilogram. And when he actually met with Nolan just before he was about to start shooting, Nolan actually told him he was too big. He put on so much mass.
Wow.
He actually had to cut down.
That's insane.
Ready for.
Do you know, when he was doing The Machinist, Christian Bale, his
it was a pack of cigarettes and an apple a day.
It was an apple and a can of tuna. Yeah, what the hell? Like, have you seen The Machinist?
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's just the stock answer today, dude.
It is.
No.
It is.
Pass.
We can just get rid of him and use a soundboard and just have someone say no.
I can hold up
another one that just says,
cards
I prefer the anime. Or like...
Wow. Well, there is no anime Batman Begins, although there is...
We can do it when we can use that.
Which you may have seen, a series of short films, anime films, that tell the short episodes. They're like 2-3 minutes, and you can watch them as a whole film, which is like 15-20 minutes long, about the bridging the gap between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite cool.
Oh. When you say anime, is it just actually a cartoon?
It's in the style of anime. So it's an animated movie, but it was by... they got a Japanese director in to do it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know his name. I'm sorry, Martin.
I bet it begins with an X.
Maybe. I
with
don't know.
An X.
Yeah. But the thing about...
The
thing I forgot about Batman Begins, when I rewatched it, was that there's a lot of Batmaning in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's one of those, like, I love superhero origin films. Like, they are the best ones because I love watching them become that character. And some films do it really, really well. So another film like Iron Man does it really, really well. Captain America, not so much, although it takes quite a while for him to become Captain, and I quite like that. But Batman Begins, it's like, you see him just as a man, and then he's then training to become a ninja, and then you've got then him like starting off as Batman, and then realizing that he needs a bit more tech and getting the tech, and then he gets a Batmobile, and it's like just these stages of him becoming Batman, and there's just so much Batmaning. It's just really that's probably the best bit, I think, of the whole film, is him, as I say, just beginning to be Batman.
It's a good thing that's what it's called then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but Batman Begins is a solid movie.
It really is.
You're actually missing out.
Yeah, well, the reason I didn't watch it is because I always heard it was shit at the time.
What?
Yeah. Can't tell you who told me that.
Anime
this
friends.
Slanderous lies. My anime crew told me.
You've got new geeky friends now.
What do you call yourselves? Like Amiibos or something like that?
Amobis.
Amobis. No, Weebos. That's what it is.
Weeaboos.
Is that like some sort of furry or something, is it?
No. Yeah, please don't associate me with that.
They cover themselves in paint.
Oh, Jesus. So, Dark Knight Rises. No, sorry, Dark Knight. We skipped the whole film. Dark Knight.
Wait, are we done with Batman Begins already?
Well, do you want to talk about more about Batman Begins? I mean, Liam Neeson is awesome as Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, that kind of like sets up the rest of the movies as well with Ra's al Ghul.
Well, they kind of you say it kind of sets it up. I think more when they did the third film. I think they were
like, oh shit, he died. Let's just find something else.
Like, I think that's like I don't know. I didn't like the twist of
the knife.
Yeah, I did that action as well, didn't I? The fact that
that Ra's al Ghul wasn't the Asian guy with a massive mustache.
No. I was talking about the twist in The Dark Knight Rises when you find out that the woman, I can't remember who plays her, is Ra's al Ghul's daughter. It was unnecessary.
Okay.
You didn't have to have that in, like, I don't know. I didn't really like Dark Knight Rises, if I'm honest. I didn't think it was a very good film. I mean, the fact that it's only got like 26, 27 minutes of actual Batmaning in it.
We can get to that.
Yeah, but no, it was good, and I like the thing about the Batman Begins as well, and all three films, is they do such a good job of having a superhero in a non-superhero universe. Yeah. That's what's so good about them. Like, they're real. And I'm not talking like real and gritty and dark. I'm just like,
it just turns it from a superhero to just a rich vigilante.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. You really do get the idea that he is just a rich billionaire playing
opposed to a poor billionaire.
Well, that's right. Yeah, all those. I'm a poor billionaire.
If you're barely a billionaire, you're a poor billionaire, right?
I've got
not part of the 3 comma
literally billions in my. I don't know.
World of Warcraft account.
I don't know. Definitely not. Oh, there was something else I should have put it in the news actually that I read just on a slight tangent talking about Warcraft Gold. Warcraft Gold is now worth more than Venezuelan currency due to all the troubles they're having over there.
Oh,
that's just like, I mean, that is.
That's a kick in the teeth to Venezuelans everywhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, they've got. To be fair, they're probably not worrying about the exchange rate.
Yeah, they're probably being worried about actually being kicked in the teeth.
Yeah, but I just thought that was like, holy crap! And that's like, what does the world come to? What does the digital world come to? Where a digital currency. I mean, like, we have Bitcoin and stuff like that, but this is a digital currency inside a game that is worth more now than a real... I just think that's crazy and very sad. But anyway, can we move on to The Dark Knight now? Is there anything else
I mean, I was just going to say that one of my favourite parts about Batman Begins is how well Christian Bale plays the billionaire and how different it is, and like how well he is... like convincing people that he is just a rich billionaire, so people disregard him to an extent.
Sure, yeah,
because obviously, like when he finds out that the house is full of ninjas and everyone's going to die, he just becomes a drunk, belligerent when he
asshole does that
to
speech.
Kick people out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he sets the house on fire.
Yeah,
that's genius.
No, it was good. And like when he's in, when he goes to the hotel, and he's like, I just bought this hotel. As if like, if you are a billionaire, you can just like write a check and give it to the maitre d', like, I've just bought this hotel. But no, it's still like he does, because there's that the bit in the second film where he like, Alfred says you're going to need an excuse to go away, whatever. So he shuts down. He takes all the
he shuts the play down, the ballet or something.
That's it. Yeah, just goes on a cruise with. I just think, genius.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like him not just finding his feet as Batman, but also finding his feet as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, coming back into that world. Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was really cool as well.
No, it's good. I mean, that's the thing. He plays the parts, both parts very well. Mm-hmm. I think it's something that Ben Affleck didn't really do the Bruce Wayne part very well, but then he didn't really get a chance to in BVS. Like there wasn't
that much of that stuff.
No, that's right. But I mean, because I think he played a very good Batman, just not very good. But then it's a different type of Bruce Wayne because it's an older, more wiser, golden.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a Robin die on him and everything, hasn't he, in that one? But
like an actual Robin, like the bird.
No,
that's hard, man. Yeah. Don't know how you live through
that. So let's instead of sticking with Batman, we can always come back to that. Let's move on to The Prestige. Prestige is in my top 5 favourite films of all time. Oh. If not possibly my second, maybe even not third top favourite film. I think it's so. I've seen it so many times. Have you seen The Prestige?
Yes.
Yes!
There you go.
We have a film he's seen.
This is where we find out how he actually has seen The Illusionist with Edward Norton, that's right, and not The Prestige.
And I actually thought they were the same film years ago when it came out, and I've never seen The Illusionist, and it's on Netflix now, and I'm actually added it to my list to watch because I've never seen it. But that's with Ed Norton, isn't it? And with real magic, as opposed to The Prestige, which is kind of like more
tricks,
and stuff. And then, science.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Science fiction, should we say?
Science fiction.
Well, I don't know. So there's. I could do an entire episode on The Prestige. Did he actually
duplicate himself?
He definitely duplicated himself.
No, I mean like.
You mean in like real life?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Is there like 100 Hugh Jackmans running around?
Well, no, not.
There's like a farm of Hugh Jackmans just like galloping around on all fours.
They can make Wolverine films until the end of time.
Because Tesla did invent wireless electricity, which would have revolutionised the world. And I mean, it just different Tesla.
Sorry, I'm just going to be quiet for 5 minutes.
I mean, you just can't. But because I mean, I find that whole kind of Tesla Edison battle war amazing anyway.
Science fight.
It is, and we would be living in a very, very different world if.
I just noticed something.
Go on. Notice.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of like
light bulb.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because obviously
wireless
you're talking
light bulb.
Wireless light bulb. Because you're talking about obviously Tesla and Edison.
Yeah.
And they're fighting each other, trying to beat each other at, and they're stealing each other's ideas.
Yeah, well, it was more Edison stealing Tesla's ideas.
But it's the same thing that's happening in the film.
Yeah,
with the magician.
Yeah, there's lots of
For some reason,
there's the one thing about all of Nolan's films, definitely the ones that his brother writes anyway, is that there are so many like everything is tied into everything
Parallelogram.
else. We'll come to Inception when we talk about it, but like Inception, for example, there's a theory that the whole thing is a dream. And it's not, and the whole idea of everything, including that last scene at the end with the spinning top, is for you, the audience, to question everything in the film, just like you would if you were a dreamer. Like all the films, maybe the Batman trilogy is slightly less kind of meta, but all of them have these so many hidden levels, so much subtext to them, which is so remarkable, because when you're watching them, you just think, wow, that was a really good film. Mm-hmm. And then when you rewatch them, you get something like, every time I watch The Prestige, I pick up something new, like about the Notebook, or about a ring, or about his hand, or about, or just little different references. And that's what's so good about the Prestige specifically. I think you can just watch that loads of times and get something different from it every time. But all the Nolan films just have this layers and layers of subtext, You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Martin.
I'm agreeing with you, man.
That's just the soundboard.
Was that? Sorry.
That's not actually Martin. Martin left, actually.
Oh, yeah. We've got a body pillow for Martin.
That's right, yeah.
A body pillow.
Yeah.
Can't believe you.
No, The Prestige, it's just really good. And I remember when I saw it for the first time, the twist, it's one of the best twists in cinematic history, I think.
I watched that movie, loved it so much, the next day I watched it again.
Yeah,
and I don't very often do that. I mean, I did it with the Butterfly Effect, but only because I was sick and I couldn't get out of bed to find the remote control to turn it on. I played 7 times in one day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was really ill.
Wow!
Yeah,
can't even. Wow!
Yeah.
No, that's.
It was at the time.
Said that, though. I've probably seen the Butterfly Effect about 7 times, because I actually quite rate that.
I really like it as well. Yeah. But it was at the time where DVDs, instead of stopping, it would go to the menu. It would play the menu bit for a minute, and then the movie would start.
Jeez.
That's a hell. I've had that before.
But yeah, I was that ill I couldn't move to pick up the remote control, which I put down somewhere in the room.
You could have just anyway.
No. Everything was the other side of the room.
Sure. Okay. Right.
And if I had moved, I would have emptied everything from inside of me.
So the Prestige. If you haven't seen the Prestige, definitely see it. Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Who's in a lot of Nolan films, and Nolan considers him his good luck charm.
Mm-hmm. And now he's moving on to Tom Hardy.
Well, pretty much, yeah. But no, very, very, very good film. Lots of twists, lots of turns. Extremely well written. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favourite films, so I really enjoy it. Then he moved on and he did The Dark Knight, 2008.
With possibly one of, if not the best, opening scenes to a movie.
Without a shadow of a doubt. You've seen this one, Martin.
I've seen the later two.
Like that whole sequence where they're robbing the bank.
All shot on IMAX.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah,
beautiful,
Was it the whole film? Or was it just the opening?
No, it was the opening scene. There's a scene when he is in China.
Yeah, isn't it also the truck chase as well with the tumbler?
Possibly, yeah. There's about 5 or 6 different scenes, and obviously in one of those scenes is when they destroyed one of the IMAX cameras, one of the maybe 5 IMAX cameras in the world, which were worth $100,000.
That's right. Didn't they have to? And when he
bought them.
He had to buy. Yeah, he actually bought them outright. Yeah, because that's the other thing about.
It was cheaper for him to buy them than to use them and insure them. I think that's what I read somewhere.
Yeah, no, I've got the same one. Yeah. So he did. He just bought them outright, and then they broke
an obliterated one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. During, I think it must have been during the...
dropped a semi-truck on it or
that was it, I think it was. Because, of course, famously, he doesn't shoot on digital. He hates digital.
He likes film,
he shoots on 16mm, exclusively, which must be an absolute pain for editors.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably... The editors are specialised in that, I'd imagine.
And they must put it into the digital, because there's so much post-processing in this film.
Yeah, I mean, it's what... there has to be...
it's just an extra cost. It's
not just a cost; it's another responsibility that you don't overexpose the film, or you have to keep it at a specific temperature. You can't, it's difficult to fly with it a lot of the time as well, depending on how raw the file is. There's a lot of things.
A lot of filmmakers that do it. Like Peter Jackson does it as well. Like all the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, all filmed.
If only they lost the Hobbit trilogy film, that would have been.
If only.
Or they just lost specific reels. So it was I was going to make 3 7-hour movies, and now I've only got enough to shoot one movie,
or just one short film, maybe not even that. I don't know.
Yeah, just an hour and a half long, just skip to them.
We can't talk about The Dark Knight without talking about Heath Ledger's Joker. Out of all the Jokers that have ever been and probably will ever be for a while, I personally, my inner geek just he is the best.
Out of all the comic book movie villains, to be fair, probably one of the best that's ever been on screen.
Actually, saying that, I think you might be. I mean, Bane's quite good. Actually.
Bane's alright, but the depth of the Joker is just.
It's just so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what his characterization, his
mannerisms, his
movement, everything, and the script as well is just perfect. Like that speech that he gives at the end, when he's hanging upside down, is just so. I don't know. It's the ultimate characterization of the Joker. I think. Even Mark Hamill's very, very, very good in the animated series, and the animated series of Batman is very, very good as well. And for an animated show in the early 90s, which is effectively a kids show, it really delves deep into a lot of kind of issues and kind of adult themes. But Heath Ledger's Joker is just that. From the moment he walks in and makes the pencil disappear, instantly, you're just like, this is going to be awesome. Yeah.
That's it. I just remember that scene and being like, okay, the things that everyone said about this Heath Ledger Joker is
like, now we're cooking on gas. Now this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Favorite scene from Dark Knight? Anything? Any particular?
I mean, if I'm being honest, my favorite scene in Dark Knight is the pencil.
Is the pencil?
Probably.
It just kind of sums up how it's going to be.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit. He's not he doesn't give a shit in the sense that he's just gonna bum rush and kill everyone. It's just he's out to cause mayhem.
Yeah.
And that's his only reason for doing stuff.
Yeah, well, it's like when he's burning all the money.
Yeah. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about money. He doesn't care about
over there.
Yeah. It's like I'm just here. I just want to cause hell.
Well, he just wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that scene or the opening scene, as you say, with the heist and that.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm a big fan of the when he's in China, and because it's Batman in another country, he's planning it, and the bit where he goes in and fires all the sticky bombs, then counts it down. That's
cool.
Yeah, really cool, really really cool. That's the Dark Knight. Inception. So I rewatched Inception yesterday.
Me too.
Now, up until yesterday, I had a really, really bad opinion of Inception, I have to say. I did not...
Yeah, you said some mean things about it last week.
In the past, I've said some mean things about it. I walked out of the cinema, and I don't know why I thought it, but I just that was an okay film.
Yeah, you walked out and you were like, Inception? More like Shitception.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah. Wow, it was as though you were there.
No, I wasn't.
In 2010.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of it, but I rewatched it yesterday, or at least it was on in the background yesterday, and I actually, wow, there's some really, really good moments in that film, and the plot is actually, because everyone was like, when they came out, everyone was like, oh, it's really complicated and stuff, and I was like, no, it's not. It's not at all. It's just but actually, the plot is quite complicated, and convoluted and complex, but not in a bad way. You've seen Inception, right?
No.
Jesus.
I don't
ask me.
I can't even.
Can you not just lie?
Well,
and just say, wow, yeah, I agree.
This is a great film. I've seen Inception because I've dreamt
we know
before.
You haven't seen it now, and he's not going to cut it out.
What do you want me to say? Yes,
I want you to watch the movies. If only he had 7 days to.
I have to find somebody else to do this with.
We don't need anyone else.
No, that's true. No,
you guys I can get you drinks.
I can just punch a body pillow.
Yeah, no, just as long as you supply us with a body pillow in your likeness, and we'll be fine. And with the soundboard.
No, not his likeness.
Not his likeness. No, you don't want to be reminded.
Well, that's the whole point.
I just want a rectangle, a rectangle full of dove feathers or something.
Sure. That's just a pillow, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, because my back is killing me right now.
Sure, okay.
I mean, I can sort that out for you.
The chairs are very uncomfortable. I apologise.
No, I'm kidding.
At the moment, the man cave / office is not fully equipped.
You're in the man cave right now. I'm in the office.
Well, you're more in kind of the storage area at the moment. But then I'm not really in the man cave. I'm just I don't know. We're just in an empty room, really, at the moment.
We're in a box room.
We're in a box room with a white desk and a PC.
There's two people talking about Nolan movies and a guy.
And somebody and a
guy.
Yeah, all right. Good.
Yeah.
So Inception.
I'm still here, Dave.
Inception.
Very good. Leonardo DiCaprio is good in it as always. Mm-hmm. Tom Hardy is very good in this film. I think I completely did, because I think this was just as Tom Hardy was coming up in the world. This is one of his early not early films, but kind of, hey, that's Tom Hardy type film. And I didn't think much of it, but watching it again, he's a very good character. He's funny. He's quite jovial, doing a bit of action as well. And when they're in the snow dream,
yep, got a dream a little bit bigger, and then pulls out
right now.
I've had a snow dream before.
Anyway, so no, I thought it was really good, and as I say, not too convoluted. I managed to get everything. There are some nice speeches about like what it means to be dreaming, and as I say, it's got a lot of subtext to it. Mm-hmm. A lot of like is the whole thing a dream? Is it all in his memory? Did he escape? Didn't he escape? Is he still stuck there? Just loads of. I love that. I really, really like that about films. I like films that give you a conclusion. And that's the thing about the film. You can watch it. You can watch it from start to finish and go, we went on a journey, a plot was told, deeds were done, and it has a really nice, happy conclusion at the end of it. And then as soon as you start thinking about it, you're like, but did it though? Did it? And
there was one scene that I didn't really notice before that kind of made me go, like, trying to think of like something else that might have happened, but is that a clicking?
No, not at all. Okay. No. I was just checking your levels. That was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't stop talking. You don't want dead air. Jesus.
In obviously when he goes to Mumbai or Mombasa and he meets up with the dude that makes a serum.
Yeah.
Obviously he tries it out there, doesn't he? So he goes under and then he comes out and then he's like runs into the bathroom and throws water in his face and stuff.
Yes.
He tries to use his spin top then, but doesn't use it because he drops it.
Ah, I didn't.
Obviously, that's one thing I noticed before, and I was like, oh, maybe then because I just thought that maybe that might have been a point in time where secretly Nolan was like, that's when he's actually in the dream at that point.
Yeah,
throughout the whole thing, the whole thing is a dream from that point. But
you see, there's loads of things like that. Yeah. Have you seen the ring theory?
Yeah, I've seen the ring theory.
So there's like he's wearing the ring in every scene except for like the first scene and the very last scene when he's at the airport. So it's like, well, they're obviously real.
Yeah. Well, I do think it's real because when he closes a safe and obviously the spin top spinning, it's spinning bolt upright, not wobbling or anything.
It's not. You're sure?
But at the end of the movie, it starts to wobble.
See, I think it's.
So that's my theory.
See, I think it's more that he. I actually think that maybe he's still stuck in the dream limbo.
Oh, you're a dreamer. I'm a realist.
And actually...
That's the line I'm drawing in those two theories now.
Sure, no, that's it. That's the only two. But actually, because he can control the dream, he's just made his totem fall over. So, and that's kind of like what I want to think, that he's still stuck, because there's a moment where where he goes to meet the old Sato in the dream, and Sato kind of picks up the gun and they're talking about killing themselves, and then suddenly they're on the airplane, and there's that bit where you don't know where the dream began. There's that whole thing about where, and you don't see them going. You don't know
how you got somewhere when you're in a dream.
And you don't see them leaving the dream. I don't know. That's what I but again, layers and layers of subtext.
That was the only jarring cut in the movie that
it is.
I don't think kind of.
No, that's what I mean, and I just wonder if it was deliberate. It was just another.
Because it's not like he woke up as well. He was already awake.
Yeah, just that's it. And Sato's lying there with his eyes open, and I just.
Yeah, he looks like absolutely destroyed. He's like everyone else is kind of like sat up in their seats. No, but I mean like on the plane, everyone else is like sat up in their seats, and he's just like crushed against the side of it, and he's like,
that's true. Yeah, you need to watch the film, man. Jesus. Anyway.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, he's still here. Yeah.
My glass is empty.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, of course.
With Bane.
Of course. Like you expect you to realize to have seen it.
What did we think to The Dark Knight Rises?
I enjoyed it a lot. I saw that at the cinema.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw the other two at the cinema for some reason.
I think I may have seen all three in the cinema, actually. I think I might have done. No, I didn't see Batman Begins. I didn't see that in the cinema, but I specifically went to go and see The Dark Knight Rises.
First time I saw Begins was on like a 12-inch CRT.
Yeah, I think I was a similar thing, actually. Yeah, but no, Dark Knight Rises was good. My issue with The Dark Knight Rises is Bane's voice. It is.
It's like classic, though, isn't it?
No. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, but it's really fucking hard to understand what he's saying sometimes.
Ah, true.
And it's such a. For me, it's like the film. I'm not a massive fan of the film itself. I don't like. It's got some real big plot holes in, I think, and like he breaks Batman's back, and then Batman fixes his back by pulling on a rope for 6 months or something. It's ridiculous.
That's how you fix spines. I'm a doctor, so why would?
Yeah, well, yeah,
he knows.
Yeah.
I did this to myself.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So I don't know. But there's lots of stuff. But they're just purely from a filmmaker's point of view. Like they could have. It just sounds like it is Tom Hardy speaking behind the mask rather than overdubbed. I'm sure they did overdub it.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's a bit too much. I don't know. That's my only criticism.
No. I completely get that. I agree to an extent. Obviously, I didn't want him to speak clearly.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't have worked.
No, of course not. No.
But I also didn't get why he had an English accent as well. That I didn't quite understand that.
That doesn't make any sense.
Particularly because he's in a prison in the middle of the desert somewhere that presumably
buried underground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's where he grew up. But hey,
he was born just a bold white guy.
Was he born there, or was
maybe, I
can't remember. Yeah. But that's the only bit that I didn't. If he had an accent, I wouldn't really have an issue with it. Like, not an American accent as such, but I think the British accent just seemed a bit off for me.
And I'm just trying to think like other things that things that either annoyed me or are good. Like that's got another epic opening scene. With the Bane on the plane.
Bane on a plane.
That was just
they actually
really
shot
good.
that as well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
That actually happened.
Yeah. There was they
took a plane and
cut the wings off,
broke it in half, and
then they dangled it.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, they shot a guy in the head as well.
Yeah, that actually happens. Yeah,
true CIA agent.
But a really good way to
Hollywood.
Good way to kind of round up the trilogy, I think.
Yeah, the main gripe I have with the movie is all the police officers are underground, right? They're
for like 6 months.
Yeah. They're being like fed like scraps and shit like that. When he blows a hole and they all come running out. They're all pristine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
they're all ready.
They're
all like
they're not
suited
suffering
and booted.
From malnutrition.
Yeah,
they're not ill. They don't have whatever diseases is in the sewer because it's going to be pretty grimy down there. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Maybe the ready ones, the ones that have heard beforehand this is going to happen at the front, and then all the other dudes are at the back.
Just in the tunnels, they were just like, who knows what's going on? All right, you get to the front.
The Batman's coming. Let's get ready.
Also, when he blows a hole in that in the sewer.
Yeah.
Like he throws like a tiny little thing into it, and obviously it doesn't blow a full hole, but they just cut to like another camera angle, and there's just like a massive hole for him to run. Like that was poor editing for me.
There's a few,
there's some points about it that aren't exactly perfect, but
it's the most comic booky out of all of them.
Yeah.
Like it just goes maybe a little bit too far over that edge. But I mean,
but it had Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, which I'm always a big fan of.
Robin. Which was just so like they could have. Why say no? Your real name, Robin. Why not say your real name, Dick Grayson, or who was a Robin?
Yeah,
okay. They didn't have to go like that's not. I don't know. That was a bit annoying. And I love the fact that
they did kind of slap you in the face with a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that like Bruce Wayne, who spent years training. Was trained by the League of Shadows to become, a ninja, and all of this, just goes, yeah, you're a cop, you can be the next Batman, sure. I mean, the first time Robin throws himself off a building, he's going to kill himself. He doesn't have this, he's not a kung fu master, he's not, even in the comics, like, Batman trains the Robins. In this, it's like, yeah, you're a cop, you've got a good heart, here's the keys to the Batcave.
I love how he was like, yeah, I know you're Batman because of both orphans, and I can see it in your eyes.
I see it in your eyes. It's just, it's a bit...
Or like when he only realised that guns kill people when he shot one and a bullet ricocheted off something and killed a dude. And he was like, what does this do?
I don't like this.
There's, as I say, it's not the strongest. The Dark Knight is better.
Yeah. Sure. I like it as an action film though. As an action film though, it is pretty great.
We have skipped over a lot of bits.
Yeah, no, we're doing a whistle-top story.
But you can't really talk about all of the because they're pretty much episodic movies, not episodic stuff, but like they're big movies.
We could do a whole
episode for each movie.
Each movie, exactly.
True, yeah.
So maybe one day, but not today. Let's move on. Interstellar. So you rewatched Interstellar?
Rewatched it yesterday.
And you said it was better than you remember?
It was better than I remember.
Because I got the same feeling as I had about Inception, so maybe I'm thinking I should go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, I rewatched it, and I forgot that actually the first time I watched it, I missed the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Because I went to see it at the IMAX in London, and we were leaving Bournemouth at like 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And we got stuck in traffic. So I actually turned up and got into the cinema as they were ending the scene where they sat round the conference table, and he's obviously telling them like what they do.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But I completely missed the whole beginning part of the movie. So I that's possibly led to why I didn't quite understand some parts of it.
Because did you miss the bits about the sand and stuff? Do you see those?
Yeah, obviously I picked some of that up along the way. But obviously the pit...
Hang on. Have you seen Interstellar, Martin?
Let's take a guess.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Take a guess.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no.
Oh. No.
No, wow.
Jesus. Dude, I don't have 5 hours of my time to watch that film at the moment.
It's 2 hours.
You have to watch it twice.
Like that's the thing about Nolan films is they're all at least 2 hours, if not longer. With the exception, I think Memento maybe is slightly shorter. But they don't feel like 2 hour movies or 2 hour 20-minute movies.
Well, I mean, Interstellar did... It does feel
that's
like
the point of the film, though, isn't it? Like, the time passes, and
yeah, you do feel like 23 years, 4 months, and 8 days older at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I quite like the we like the Michael Caine character in that. Like he's trying to like break gravity. Like he's like as if you can like, or is it? I don't think he was trying to
break it. He was just trying to basically because
his daughter ends up doing it or something like that. I think in the end.
Well, no, the only reason that like he solved an equation. And they were basically saying that he couldn't solve the equation, which is why they were doing certain things.
Yeah.
But obviously, the only reason that his daughter solved this other equation, was able to do it and basically move everyone on Earth to another place, was because her dad, obviously Matthew McConaughey, went through the black hole, and that's the point that they couldn't. Because they didn't understand black holes properly.
So as soon as he went through,
so when he went through, and obviously Tars sent him all the information, he sent that back to her through Morse code, which is why she then understood it and was able to take everyone over to another country, to the
that's
through the
interesting.
Yeah.
See, I didn't pick up on that the first time I watched it at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I picked up on that I hadn't noticed before. And
I think I need to rewatch it. And I think I do.
His performance though as well was it was.
Well, I mean, he's pretty much good in anything.
He is really good in a lot of things, especially some of the older movies. He's good in, but no one ever really cares about them. But his performance when he goes onto that planet that obviously has such a strong gravitational pull, time passes slower than it did. Yeah, so he lost 23 years of his life, and he has to like see his kids growing up.
Yeah,
but over the course of like 7 or 8 like short video messages, him breaking down when he just like sees his son just like get so much older, and then he finds out his son's
did he get an Oscar nomination or an Oscar for
I
it?
don't know.
Well, for this film.
No, he got it for Dallas Buyers Club. I don't know if he got one, but yeah, his
which I haven't seen,
performance is incredible in this movie.
I've seen that film.
You've seen that for wow.
There we go. Now we're cooking.
Not really it's not really a geeky. Well, I suppose. No, I don't know. You need to just watch more. But no, I think he's brilliant. I think he's good in everything he does. Really, I think. He's in the Dark Tower. Dark Tower, the new one.
Oh yeah, the one that's being absolutely slated,
universally panned. Yeah. So
which is a shame because I really wanted to watch it because I wanted to read the books. I've got them all on my Kindle, but I haven't read them. And I thought, if I watch the first movie, that give me a little kickstart to read the books. But apparently it's like completely different.
They've just taken all the ideas and then just made a movie. Yeah. It's like they ate all 7 books and then just sneaked up, and then that was it. Yeah. No, Sneeze isn't too good for it. Apparently, I'm judging. I haven't seen it, but it had like 0% or something. Or it's like,
really?
It's one of those. It's
emoji movie.
Emoji movie level, basically. Apparently, and then the last one. Dunkirk, which I haven't seen. David, have you seen that?
I haven't, no. But I just wanted to say at the end of the Interstellar, the scene behind the bookshelves.
Yes, the bookshelves.
They actually built that set as well.
Oh, what?
When he's like jumping from one place to the other. Yeah, they actually built that set,
that's
which is insane.
Sorry, I just realised that I really liked the. Sorry, my phone just went off. I apologise. I really like the robot in that.
Oh yeah.
I think it's such a cool idea, not only for like how the robot moves and like is like a box basically, but also his personality.
Yeah, I didn't realize as well because I think I missed it the first time I watched it. Like that's what they use in the military. Those robots, that's what they use in the military, which is why they then kind of reprogrammed them as such to be able to use
I remember
for this as well. But yeah, they were really good, and like the chemistry between a box and the actors was really good as well.
Also, it was just the voice, just the way it was. I just thought it was very cool.
And I really liked. I don't know the actor's name, but you know the guy that was left on the ship that was there for 23 years by himself.
Oh, Matt Damon.
No, not Matt Damon. The black guy, the balding.
Oh,
guy,
okay, yeah.
Like when they went down onto the planet and came back up, and he was there he'd been there by himself for 23 years or something like that. And he explained to them how long he'd been gone, and like he just looked like a broken, dishevelled person. Like, and I thought that was really clever, like, and how he played that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think the performances in Interstellar were amazing.
I think I'm going to have to go back.
Even Casey Affleck, like I really like Casey Affleck.
Yeah, sure.
His movie Gone Baby Gone as well, which is a really good movie, completely different tangent, but it's got him in it.
I think I'm going to have to give it another try. I think I'm going to have another try.
I think you should.
So. Martin, you've seen Dunkirk?
Yes, correct.
Excellent. Very quickly, because we're running out of time, just before we move on to what we've been watching and reading and all that good stuff.
Recently.
Tell us about Dunkirk. Thoughts, feelings?
Tell you without telling spoilers, of course.
I don't want to know what happens in it, no.
I don't want to know who wins the war.
It's a historic event, but it's a great film. It's really, obviously it's a lot different to his other films. Obviously, he's had a script written for him. This one's just a historic event. Let's make up some stuff, and I don't know if much of it is factual, but they do use sort of original vehicles. I heard was one of the things that was really cool.
Yeah, I heard that so to film it, he wanted to make it really historically accurate. So instead of like doing a CG Spitfighter dogfight, he found owners of Spitfires and then actually filmed them flying around doing their thing, which I just think is just awesome.
If you watch the dogfight scenes in it are so good as well. Like the way it's shot, like usually like you think of like classic dogfights in films, you think of like maybe Star Wars or something that's like, you know, you've got like cockpit shots and all that, and they're facing the camera. But this, like, there's like the cockpits in these planes are so much smaller, and literally like it's reflected in the film. Like it's these really tight shots, and there's them like looking down the barrel of like rickety, like shaking like
apparently
plane.
It's really supposed to make you feel like you're there.
Yeah, they're like trying to line up these shots before like the dude shoots or bombs a boat or whatever, and you're like, oh god, like this is really like nerve-wracking sort of moment. It really ratchets up the tension in that way. But I mean,
Tom Hardy's the
he's the pilot. There's the film sort of approaches the story from three angles: from the air, from a civilian sort of perspective, and then from the soldiers on the beach.
And it plays with time as well, doesn't it? So it's like, isn't it a week,
you just see
a
like
day, and then an hour or something? Something like that.
It sort of signifies it with like text on screen, but the way it jumps between it. It wasn't that confusing. It was points when you had to sort of recognise that it jumped back before being like, oh, okay, this is it.
But it's a Nolan film. It has to have something.
Yeah,
it's not like you can have aliens coming down from the sky. It's got to have some sort of kind of twist.
Right.
And the twist, I think, is how he plays with time.
I think the main twist is sort of mainly between the characters. I think for some of the infantry parts, there's I'm not going to sort of spoil it, but there's some interplay between those guys. Really great stuff.
Everything I've seen about it, it just looks incredible. I know people that have seen it like 2 or 3 times already.
I would go and watch it like again easily. It's like a war film that isn't about how good war is and how about we are great because we beat them and we stood up for what's right. It's about, hey, here's a really shit thing that people went through, and here's how shit it was, and here's how much people didn't want to be there. Yeah, and be thankful for that. Sort of is what I took away.
I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks, but I think I need to see it. I need to see it this week. I think because I don't want to watch it on DVD or
it's a real experience. Some of the like sound design choices as well when they use like planes, like they're like lining up on the beaches and there's like planes coming down, like German fighters coming, and the sound design in these parts is just like shrill, piercing engines, and you're like in the cinema, like cringing at the sound. It's like so overbearing, but like that's
it's
the
very
feeling.
Visceral.
But that's the feeling that these guys on the beach would have when these planes are coming in and stuff. It's just so many decisions in that film are immaculate. Go and see it.
So you'd give it
glowing recommendation.
Yeah. Wow, there you go.
But just prepare to be depressed for like an hour of that film because it's just not nice.
Okay, so let's round up the segment which we've been talking a while, but there's a lot of films to talk about. What would you say is your favourite? I mean, you've only got like 2 to choose from.
Yeah, I've got 3. Thank you very much. Actually, 4.
What would be your favourite Nolan film, David?
Favourite Nolan movie?
In your own time.
I mean, the trouble is, like, I see Nolan movies, like, obviously they're all Nolan movies, but I separate the Batman trilogy from the rest of his movies.
Okay,
because they're all like individual, his own stories.
Sure. Let's take the Batman films as a whole then. So they could be like your choice. Would they then be your favourite Nolan film /
Yeah, they'd have to be.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Only because there's 3 of them and it all works really well.
Okay, Martin. Out of the 3 that you've seen, 2 of them are Batman and one of them's Interstellar. So, 4. Oh, what was the other one?
Prestige.
Oh, Prestige. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Come on.
What's your favourite? I think I might know.
I'd probably say the Batman trilogy, but specifically The Dark Knight.
Sure.
That or
Better than
maybe Dunkirk. Oh, that's the thing. It's like come out new, like it's pretty new, fresh in my mind. So I'm like, I don't want to overrate it too much.
Probably quite hard to compare the 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're both sort of things in terms of his way he makes films. They're both based off of something else that already exists rather than original work. But I think, definitely.
Batman exists.
Batman.
It's a documentary.
Batman doesn't exist.
Mine is The Prestige, hands down. Shadow. Yeah, it's the best film. It's the best.
It's a brilliant film.
It's just, and it's so original as well. That's what I like. I mean, to be fair, all of his films, obviously with the exception of Batman, they're all original. Like that's what I also like. Like he did obviously the franchise films, which is an unusual move for him. But they all tell original ideas and original stories, and I just think The Prestige, hands down.
Removing Batman from the choice,
sure.
I'm gonna have to say Interstellar.
Oh,
which is strange because the day before yesterday I wouldn't have said
you would have said it. Yeah,
I would have said Inception.
Well, in that case, I'm definitely that. I'm going to have to see 2 more Nolan films this week. I'm going to have to rewatch Interstellar and watch Dunkirk. Fantastic. So, moving on. The stuff that we've been watching this week, stuff that we've been into. I'll go first because I've still been continuing to watch Ozark. We've got 1 episode left. We're saving it. We're going to watch it this evening. The final episode.
You're way ahead of me.
Very, very
How
good.
many episodes are there?
10.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm on episode 6 at the moment.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Have you had the flashback episode yet?
Nope.
No, okay. There's a whole episode. It ends on quite a bit of a cliffhanger. And then the next episode is like how he got into the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very good. And it's got this moment at the end where you're like, oh, this is all being very lovely. And you're like, oh, okay. So it's just that show continues to surprise me. Really, really good.
Martin, have you seen Ozark?
No.
The other one I wanted to say, I spoke to you very briefly about this, but I watched Day 5 because off your recommendation, I went to go and watch it, and I watched the first episode, which is available for free on the YouTubes on their channel. This is Rooster Teeth's original sci-fi production. Day 5.
Their first big series.
Yeah.
Because obviously they made a movie, which was like the big main
production.
They made a movie called Laser Team.
Laser Team?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a...
I'm going to have to write it down because, frankly, Day 5 is so good.
Day 5 is head and shoulders above Laser Team.
Okay, all right.
Laser Team is just kind of like a... it's a comedy... So basically like an alien spaceship crashes.
Okay.
And they're supposed
is it more what I would expect from Rooster Teeth?
Yeah. There's supposed to be one guy that's been training his whole life to put this spacesuit on that crashed in the the spaceship, and he's supposed to go into battle against another alien somewhere else. But instead of him finding it, they get shot down by some of the people from Rooster Teeth, not playing themselves but playing actual characters, and they end up putting a piece of the suit on each. So one of them wears one of them wears a helmet, one of them wears a gauntlet which has got a laser on it. The other one puts a shield on
And do they become Laser Team?
Yeah,
they become the Laser Team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny. There's a lot of in jokes. So I watch a lot of Rooster content, so I kind of got some of them. And obviously some people are in the company as well. But I really enjoyed it. It's not the best movie in the world.
But but day 5 was... Day 5. And they had the whole first series was available free. You said just this week.
Just this week, I think until the end of today.
Sure, because I need to watch the end of the last episode. Yeah. Still got 7 minutes left. But it's very good. End of the world, kind of, the production values, for the fact that they are a YouTube production company.
Yeah. I think it's got Martin Sheen's brother in it as well.
Wow.
His name's Estevez, and I'm pretty sure I looked it up and it was actually his brother.
When I was looking at it, I was like, this role should be... We're talking about the
news presenter.
Yeah. Because I was like, and I thought maybe he must have been an Estevez.
His surname is Estevez.
Yeah, he's got to be related in some way. So that's what I've been watching this week. Martin.
Martin.
He got jumped on.
Yeah. Well, he might have been talking to me. He can never tell us apart.
True.
Yeah, true. Yeah, especially with the glasses now. Yeah. You've just confused it.
What have you been
further.
watching this week, Martin?
I watched that Castlevania series, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, there's only 4 episodes.
4 episodes.
I watched the first 2 and I couldn't get. I just haven't gone back to it.
I just watched it all in one night because literally 20 minutes.
I think it was originally a film.
Yeah, it feels a bit like that.
And Netflix were like, "That's great, but can you cut it into 4 episodes?"
But can you? I feel like they could. I don't know. They sort of the end of it is where you start to go, okay, this would get really good from here on in.
I think it has actually already been.
It's been greenlit for but I don't know if they do 4 episodes. It's kind of there's not enough.
Well, they might do more. But you liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Pretty brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, very very gory. Very mature themes.
Yes.
The voice of Trevor Belmont is Thorin Oakenshield, which I watched the entire show and I was like, hey, that guy's a good voice actor. And then I was like, oh, it's Thorin Oakenshield. That's why it's so strong. But yeah, very gory. A lot of good allusions to the games and little sort of...
I suppose you'd probably know more about that.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Castlevania fan, but things like at one point he gets his whip and he swings across a thing on his whip. Yeah, okay. He throws bottles of holy water and all this stuff. Yeah. It's really cool stuff like that. Strong. Would want to see more to sort of give it an overall picture of what they try to do with a bigger sort of story.
This time next year, I'm sure. Maybe maybe another 18 months, something like that.
I'd like to see them do a bigger series for it, basically.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been playing Splatoon 2.
Splatoon
2.
Is this on
the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
It's the shooter game that you don't really aim to kill people. You aim to shoot the ground you rink.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like a different way to play a shooter. I mean, it's third person. It's about this mechanics of being a squid, basically. But for someone, I don't play
classic Nintendo film.
Right? It's we don't want you to kill people. We want you to do something different, and it's going to be slightly.
It's like Disney films. People in Disney films don't die; they just get really big boo-boos.
Yeah, they just go to sleep for a long time.
That's it. Yeah.
No, but I really do rate this game just because of first-person shooters and shooters in general have kind of been in a bit of a samey sort of way for quite a while.
Maybe on the Nintendo Switch, but on the PC.
Not. You're shooting guns and you're killing people, whereas this is like, hey, there's a different objective here.
Sure, yeah, okay, no, that's true. That is always nice to mix it up.
It's worth mentioning the innovation in the shooter sort of genre.
David?
I watched a movie last night called Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah, it's got Stephen Lang in it, the dude that we're talking about from Avatar.
Yeah.
It's basically he's blind, and 3 kids break into his house to steal his money.
Oh, okay.
But he obviously used to be in the army or the military and just fights back.
When is he not ex-military?
I mean, Avatar.
So is it like kind of
in his roles?
So is it a bit like Home Alone, but a bit more adult?
Yeah, like he's brutal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Home Alone, but with a.
It's got 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a really, really good movie, and there's some bits that happen in it that just come out of the blue, and you're like, Jesus, I didn't expect to see that in here. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything because it will spoil it, but it's a really good movie, and I would recommend everyone to watch it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I will do.
Looks cool.
Will do. So, anyone else have any other business? Any other business? AOB.
That's my business for the week.
That's your business for the week? Your business for the week?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I've seen that I haven't already watched. Nothing new.
I'll save it for next week. So, next week, I'm so excited. Do you know what I'm excited about next week, Martin? Do you have any idea?
I have not a clue.
I do, because I reminded him about it.
You did, I did. Well, I knew it was coming out this month. I was just like, but the thing is, like, literally, as your message came in, my girlfriend was like on the PC and was like, "Oh, look what's coming out!" And we're going to get snacks in. We're going to binge it Saturday morning.
8 episodes as well.
I know. We're going to get out of bed. We're going to snuggle up on the sofa. We're going to make our own popcorn. It's going to be awesome.
You're talking about Sonic Mania, right? I know you're
Sonic Mania is the new. That's the new Sonic game that's coming out. That's
it's
made,
the new retro Sonic,
but it's made so basically what? No, but what? Actually, we'll just take a little diversion.
Detour.
Because actually, Sonic's quite an interesting, right? Sonic, like Sega have not been able to release a decent Sonic game like since Sonic 2. Like they just haven't.
And even then, was that a decent game?
Well, okay, but every game that they release, they always manage to fuck it up. But what lots of people have done, fans have made really, really good Sonic fan-made kind of flash games or whatever. So Sega thought it would be a really good idea to get a group of these fan developers together, give them a boat ton of money, and go, make us a decent Sonic game. And apparently, it's really, really good.
It looks good, yeah.
Anyway, that's my Sonic Mania. I just knew about that, but anyway.
I didn't know about that.
No, there you
I'm
go.
actually really interested in
there you go.
now.
And I think it's coming out on the PC as well, so it's be quite good.
Yeah, I think main consoles.
But and you may even be able to run it on your laptop. So
nope.
No? Okay. No, but of course next week, on Saturday, well, probably Friday evening, but is The Defenders. So Luke Cage... Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Iron Fist coming together to fight Sigourney Weaver. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
So you're going to need to watch this, Martin.
I'm going to watch this.
It's only 8 episodes, so it'll only be probably about between 6.5 and 8 hours long.
Watch the rest of Iron Fist in preparation for it. I still haven't watched all of it.
I think Iron Fist is good, but some critics didn't like it. I think they're all good in their own ways. But you don't have to watch all the series, because I mean they're 13 episodes each. Daredevil's 2 seasons. Yeah. But
I'll be the test of whether it comes across to a non-fan.
There's just watched a couple of trailers, and apparently I was listening to a review. People have already watched the first episode, and it does a really good way of introducing each of the characters and bringing them together.
Okay.
So I don't think you would have had to have watched. I mean, it would help, but you don't have to. So
he's going to be a test of like someone that hasn't seen movies or TV programs.
I haven't ever seen anything ever.
In fact, I wouldn't even call him a geek, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he likes anime, so...
No, but, you know. Anyway, so next week, tune in for The Defenders. Thank you very much for listening this week. And that was our whistle stop tour of all Nolan films. Maybe one day we'll go back and go into them in a little bit more detail, perhaps. But
I wonder where you're going when you said whistle. I was like, no idea.
Yeah, waiting for the end of that sentence.
I'm not going to whistle because it will probably severely
blow everything
mess
out.
up. That's it.
Everyone's really loud on my headphones right now.
Yeah, sure. I hope the sound was better quality this week. I will say, starting from tomorrow, we're uploading some videos to the YouTube channel. I know I said that last week, but then I didn't get around to editing it because I was ill this week. So, sozzer about that. But some seagulls outside. I wonder if they're going to be on there.
I could hear it.
Could you hear it? There you go. So couldn't tell we live by the coast. So check out the YouTube channel. Just do a search for the Geekstation, one word.
Be a link in the description maybe for this.
There will definitely be a link in the description. And the podcast from next week is also going onto the YouTube's channel as well. So give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you are listening to this on iTunes, it would be awesome if you could give us a review as well. Good, bad, or ugly. A 5-star would be just amazeballs.
Yep. Any pointers? Anything you want us to talk about?
Feedback?
Yeah. Just whatever. And
any movies that you think Martin should watch?
Yeah. And
give me a back catalogue.
That's it. And you can find me anyway at Twitter at Mr. Sincini.
And me at Mr. Sincini as well.
Yeah.
And also me at Mr. Sincini.
Fantastic. So the only thing left to say is thank you very much for listening, and it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from Sin.
It's goodbye from Martin.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, David, say goodbye as well.
I didn't want to follow on with that, David.
Hey, you ruined my joke.
I'm my own man.
Bloody films, dude.
I watched some films. Just not those ones.